According to a 2025 feline nutrition study, 90% of indoor cat owners are slowly harming their cats with feeding routines they believe are healthy, not with cheap food, not with neglect, but with daily habits so common that veterinarians see them in nearly every home. Let's begin with the habit every vet warns about, but few cat owners ever take seriously. Mistake 1. Feeding near the litter box. Contamination. Nightmare. You set up a cat station with food, water, and litter box all in one area. Efficient, right? Wrong. You violated one of your cat's deepest biological instincts, and you're forcing them to eat contaminated food while breathing fecal bacteria with every bite. This is the most disgusting mistake only indoor cat owners make because outdoor cats would never tolerate this insanity. In nature, cats travel far from elimination areas before eating to prevent contaminating food with parasites and bacteria. It's so powerful they'll starve rather than violate it. But your indoor cat has no choice. You control everything. Ohio State's study tracked 350 cats forced to eat near litter boxes. 30% less consumption, 2 or 80% elevated stress hormones, 64% developed litter box avoidance. But here's what will make you sick. Even covered boxes release bacterial particles every time cats scratch and exit. E. coli, ammonia fumes, toxoplasma parasites. Your cat literally consumes fecal bacteria with meals. Microbiological testing found food within 10 feet of litter showed 340% more bacteria and detectable fecal matter in 73% of samples. The fix? Separate by at least 20 feet. Ideally different rooms, completely. Mistake 2. Plastic bowls. The bacterial breeding ground. That bowl seems fine. Holds food. Easy to clean. The problem? It's slowly poisoning your indoor cat with bacterial infections and causing painful skin conditions you've been treating with expensive medications instead of just replacing the bowl. Plastic is microscopically porous. Every meal, saliva, food oils, and bacteria seep into invisible scratches. No washing removes it. Within 2 weeks, that bowl becomes a bacterial petri dish. National Sanitation Foundation testing found plastic bowls contained 10x more bacteria than stainless steel. Even clean ones showed staph, E. coli, and mold colonies. The visible problem? Feline acne. Those black chin dots aren't dirt. They're bacterial infections from repeatedly pressing against contaminated plastic while eating. Bacteria clogs pores, causing painful inflammation, requiring antibiotics. Your vet's been treating it for months with $500 to $800 yearly in medications, when the actual solution costs $8. Journal of Feline Medicine tracked 200 cats with chin acne. When switched to stainless steel, 87% showed complete resolution within 3 weeks. 0 medication needed. The fix? Replace all plastic immediately with stainless steel or ceramic. That acne vanishes in 2 to 3 weeks without treatment. Mistake 3. The deadly twice daily feeding trap. Feeding only twice per day. You put down a full meal, your cat devours it in 5 minutes, then waits 12 hours for the next meal. This seems normal. It's what vets recommend, what the bag says, what everyone does. But here's the brutal truth backed by Cornell University. Indoor cats cannot survive twice daily feeding without severe metabolic damage. In the wild, cats eat 10 to 20 small meals daily. Small mice, small birds. Their entire system evolved for constant small portions. Your indoor cat has 0 hunting opportunities, no activity to compensate. After 8 hours without food, their stomach acid attacks the lining, causing nausea. The long fasting triggers survival mode. Their metabolism crashes 40%, then stores everything as fat when food finally arrives. Cornell tracked 4,200 indoor cats over 5 years. Those fed twice daily showed 4x higher diabetes, 340% more obesity, and lived 2.8 years less. The fix? Split the same daily food into 4 to 6 small meals using automatic feeders. Within 1 week, you'll see eliminated vomiting, stable energy, and calmer behavior. Mistake 4. Free feeding. The slow poison. Indoor cat owners here feed more frequently and think, I'll just leave food out 24/7. Congratulations. You just created a diabetic time bomb. Free feeding is the second deadliest mistake exclusive to indoor cats. Here's why it murders indoor cats, but outdoor cats sometimes survive it. Activity and boredom. Outdoor cats hunt, explore, defend territory. They're busy. Your indoor cat? Bored 23 hours daily. That food bowl becomes their only entertainment and comfort. They eat because there's nothing else to do. The Association for Pet Obesity Prevention tracked 3,200 free-fed indoor cats. 78% became obese within 18 months, with 4x higher diabetes rates. But here's what will make you sick. You have zero diagnostic power. When food is always available, you can't tell if your cat's eating less because they're sick or not hungry. By the time you notice weight loss, kidney disease has destroyed 75% of function. The fix? Scheduled meals only. 15-20 minutes, then remove the bowl. Add food puzzles for mental stimulation. Indoor cats need engagement, more than constant food access. Mistake 5. Ignoring boredom eating. Your indoor cat visits their food bowl for the 5th time today. Not from hunger, from boredom, stress, and having absolutely nothing else to do. You think healthy appetite. Wrong. Your cat is eating themselves to death from psychological starvation. This separates indoor from outdoor cats completely. Outdoor cats eat when genuinely hungry because hunting requires energy. Indoor cats redirect their entire hunting drive toward the only prey available, their food bowl. Ohio State University discovered indoor cats visited food bowls 12 to 18 times daily, but only 4 to 6 were genuine hunger. The other 8 to 12 were pure boredom. Each boredom eating session triggers dopamine, creating neurological addiction. For cats with no other stimulation, food becomes their only pleasure source. They're not hungry. They're self-medicating depression. The 2025 Obesity Report, 61% of indoor cats are obese. Owners genuinely believe portions are normal. An average 10-pound indoor cat needs only 180 calories daily. Most get 300-350. The fix: provide puzzle feeders, rotating toys, and hide small portions around the house for hunting. Indoor cats need mental challenges, not extra calories. Mistake 6. Feeding in high-traffic stress zones. You placed food bowls in the kitchen near the refrigerator, where everyone walks past constantly. Convenient for you, traumatic for your cat. You just turned every meal into a stress event that's taking years off their life. Cats are both predator and prey. When eating, they're vulnerable. In nature, they eat in safe, hidden locations. Your indoor cat's instincts haven't changed. Forcing them to eat in busy areas triggers constant fight-or-flight responses. University of Lincoln tracked 400 indoor cats eating in high-traffic zones. 40% elevated stress hormones, 40% less food consumed, 67% more vomiting from anxiety-induced speed eating. But here's what breaks my heart. Your cat approaches cautiously, takes hurried bites, walks away hungry because someone walked by. You think, not very hungry. Wrong. They're terrified. In multi-cat homes, dominant cats use high-traffic areas to block submissive cats from eating. You never see aggression, just mysterious weight loss. The fix: move bowls to quiet, low-traffic corners at least 15 feet from litter boxes, away from appliances, with clear escape routes. In multi-cat homes, create separate stations in different rooms. Mistake 7. Whisker fatigue. The painful bowl torture. Your cat pulls kibble out with their paw and eats off the floor, or eats only from the bowl's center, leaving food around edges. You think, so weird and wasteful. Truth: your cat is in genuine pain, and the bowl is torturing them 3 times daily. This only affects indoor cats because they have no alternative food source. Outdoor cats experiencing whisker pain simply hunt instead. Your indoor cat, trapped with that painful bowl or starve. Cat whiskers are sensory organs packed with nerve endings. When whiskers repeatedly touch bowl sides during eating, it causes overstimulation called whisker fatigue. Imagine someone tapping your eyeball 30 times during dinner. Journal of Feline Medicine found whisker stress causes 43% reduced consumption, severe mealtime anxiety, and food aversions to perfectly good food. The devastating part, 89% of cat owners use deep, narrow bowls, specifically designed to cause this pain. The fix costs $5. Switch to wide, shallow dishes where whiskers never touch sides. Flat plates work even better. Within days, you'll see 67% increased consumption and eliminated anxiety behaviors. Mistake 8. Not providing multiple feeding stations in multi-cat homes. You have 3 cats and 2 food bowls, figuring they can share. Every mealtime is a silent war you're not seeing, causing one cat to become malnourished while another becomes obese. Cats are solitary hunters, not pack animals. They don't naturally share resources. In multi-cat households, complex hierarchies form invisibly. The dominant cat doesn't hiss or fight. Just their presence near food intimidates submissive cats into not eating. University of Bristol found homes with insufficient feeding stations showed 73% of cats with resource guarding, and submissive cats consumed 25 to 40% less than needed. But you never see aggression. It's a glance, slow approach, body block, subtle signals sending, "This food is mine." The submissive cat walks away, hungry rather than risk confrontation. Over months, they lose weight, become lethargic, develop stress illnesses, while the dominant cat overeats and becomes obese. The veterinary rule? Number of cats plus 1 equals feeding stations needed. 3 cats need 4 separate locations in different rooms, at different heights. The fix? Create separate stations with clear sight lines, so every cat eats stress-free without competition or fear. Mistake 9. Feeding only, dry kibble, the kidney destroyer. That bowl of dry kibble you're filling daily is slowly destroying your indoor cat's kidneys, and the pet food industry doesn't want you to know. Cats evolved in deserts, getting 70% of hydration from prey. Dry food contains only 10% moisture, forcing kidneys to work triple time concentrating urine. The result? Chronic dehydration, silently causing kidney disease, the #1 killer of cats over age 10. UC Davis's 20-year study proved cats on moisture-rich diets had 65% lower kidney failure rates and lived 3.2 years longer. But here's what's worse for indoor cats specifically. They already have lower thirst drives than outdoor cats because they're sedentary. Combine low activity with dry food, you're creating a dehydration disaster. Additionally, kibble contains 30–40% carbohydrates, corn, wheat, rice, that cats can't properly digest. They need 70% protein, but most dry foods spike blood sugar, causing obesity and diabetes epidemic in indoor cats. The fix? Add wet food to every meal, minimum 50% of diet, ideally 100% wet or raw. Your cat's kidneys will thank you with years of extra life. Switch gradually, over 7 to 10 days, to avoid digestive upset. Mistake 10. Ignoring portion control, the silent killer. You eyeball food, fill the bowl until it looks right, and move on. Meanwhile, your indoor cat is getting 40% more calories than needed, and you have no idea. The Association for Pet Obesity Prevention released devastating data. 61% of American indoor cats are obese, and 89% of owners genuinely believe they're feeding normal amounts. Here's reality. An average 10-pound indoor cat needs only 200 calories daily. Most are getting 300 plus because owners can't differentiate between portions. That extra food isn't love, it's a death sentence. Each extra pound on a cat equals 15 human pounds. A 15-pound cat that should weigh 10 is like a 150-pound person weighing 225. Their joints grind down, heart struggles, diabetes develops, lifespan drops 2 to 5 years. Indoor cats are especially vulnerable because they burn fewer calories than outdoor cats. No hunting, climbing, or running from threats. Banfield Pet Hospital's study of 2.5 million cats confirmed precision feeding extends life significantly. The fix takes 30 seconds. Buy a measuring cup, read feeding guidelines on quality food, adjust based on body condition. You should feel ribs easily but not see them. Weigh monthly and adjust portions accordingly. Mistake 11. Feeding straight from the refrigerator. The digestive disaster. You grab wet food from the fridge and plop it straight into your cat's bowl. Ice cold. Your cat sniffs it, takes a reluctant bite, then walks away. You think they're picky? Wrong. You just triggered digestive chaos and potential food aversion. Cats in the wild eat freshly killed prey at body temperature, around 100 degrees Celsius. When cats eat cold food, their stomach has to work overtime to warm it before digestion can begin. This causes cramping, nausea, and often vomiting within 30 minutes. A study in the Journal of Feline Medicine found that cats fed refrigerated food showed 58% more vomiting episodes and 43% reduced consumption compared to room temperature food. But here's what's worse for indoor cats specifically. They're already less active, meaning slower metabolism and digestion. Cold food compounds this problem. Additionally, cold food has significantly reduced aroma, and cats eat primarily based on smell. The fix takes 5 minutes. Let refrigerated food sit at room temperature 20 minutes before serving, or microwave for 5 to 10 seconds, and stir thoroughly to eliminate hot spots. Your cat will eat more enthusiastically and digest properly. Mistake 12. Not recognizing food allergies. The hidden suffering. Your indoor cat scratches constantly, overgrooms until bald spots appear, vomits weekly, has chronic diarrhea. You try different litters, flea treatments, medications. Nothing works. That's because you're missing the obvious culprit: their food. The Journal of Feline Medicine revealed that 60% of chronic GI issues and 45% of skin problems in cats are actually food allergies or sensitivities. The most common allergens? Chicken, beef, fish, dairy. The exact ingredients in 95% of commercial cat foods. Here's why this destroys indoor cats specifically. Unlike outdoor cats who supplement their diet with various prey, your indoor cat eats the same allergenic protein 3 times daily with zero dietary variety. Symptoms build slowly over months or years as their immune system becomes hypersensitive. Suddenly, the food they've eaten for 3 years is making them sick. But most vets never suggest elimination diets because it requires commitment. The fix: feed a single novel protein they've never had: rabbit, venison, duck, or kangaroo, with a single carb source for 8 to 12 weeks. Nothing else. No treats, no table scraps. If symptoms resolve, you found the answer. Then reintroduce old ingredients one at a time to identify the specific trigger. Food allergies create chronic inflammation, damaging organs over time. Mistake 13. Leaving wet food out too long. The bacterial bomb. You put down wet food in the morning before work. Your cat eats some, leaves the rest. You leave it out thinking they'll finish it later. 8 hours later, you come home to find it dried, crusty, and your cat hasn't touched it. But the damage is already done. Wet food left at room temperature becomes a bacterial explosion within 2 to 4 hours. Salmonella, E. coli, Staphylococcus, all multiplying rapidly in that bowl. The USDA states that any perishable food left out over 2 hours enters the danger zone for bacterial growth. Your indoor cat eating this contaminated food gets food poisoning, vomiting, diarrhea, lethargy, potential hospitalization. A veterinary study found that 34% of cats fed wet food, left out over 4 hours, developed gastrointestinal infections requiring treatment. Indoor cats are especially vulnerable because they lack the robust immune systems outdoor cats develop from environmental exposure. Additionally, dried wet food becomes unpalatable, causing food aversions. Your cat associates that food with the bad smell and refuses it forever, even when fresh. The fix: put down only what your cat will eat in 20-30 minutes, then refrigerate or discard leftovers immediately. For working owners, use automatic feeders with ice packs to keep food fresh until dispensing time. Mistake 14. Feeding human food as treats, the toxic gamble. You share a bite of your meal thinking it's harmless. That small act of love sends 5,000 cats to emergency rooms annually. The ASPCA Poison Control receives over 150,000 calls yearly about cats poisoned by human food. Most owners had no idea what they gave was toxic. Here's the deadly list that's killing indoor cats, specifically because they have no dietary diversity. Onions and garlic in any form destroy red blood cells, causing hemolytic anemia with no symptoms until your cat collapses from oxygen deprivation. Even tiny amounts in sauces accumulate over time. Grapes and raisins cause acute kidney failure with no known safe dose. Chocolate contains theobromine, causing seizures, heart arrhythmias, and death. Darker chocolate is deadlier. Xylitol, the artificial sweetener in sugar-free products, causes liver failure within hours. Raw dough expands in their stomach, while yeast produces alcohol, leading to alcohol poisoning. Cooked bones splinter and pierce intestines, causing internal bleeding. But here's what almost no one knows. Even safe human foods high in fat like bacon or butter can trigger pancreatitis, an excruciating condition with a 40% fatality rate. A single high-fat meal can permanently destroy their pancreas. The fix is absolute. If it's not specifically made for cats, don't feed it. Human food isn't a treat, it's a gamble with their life. Mistake 15. Not adjusting for senior cats. The nutritional neglect. Your 12-year-old cat eats the same food they ate at 2 years old. That's like feeding a toddler and a 70-year-old the same meal and expecting both to thrive. It's nutritional insanity. After age 10, a cat's metabolism slows 30%, kidney function reduces, nutrient absorption declines, and teeth may be damaged. Yet their food remains unchanged, causing them to become obese from excess calories or malnourished from poor absorption. Cornell's College of Veterinary Medicine found senior cats need higher quality, more digestible proteins because intestines absorb nutrients less efficiently. They also need lower phosphorus, protecting failing kidneys, higher omega-3s for joint inflammation, and softer textures if dental disease exists. But here's what most indoor cat owners miss. Senior cats often hide illness by gradually eating less. By the time you notice weight loss, they've lost 20% of body weight and are in crisis. Indoor senior cats are especially vulnerable because reduced activity masks other symptoms. A study of 4,000 cats showed switching to senior-specific formulas at age 10 increased lifespan by an average of 2.1 years. The fix? Transition to senior cat food at age 10, increase feeding frequency to smaller meals, monitor weight monthly, and consider softer foods if chewing becomes difficult. Mistake 16. Feeding immediately before or after exercise, the vomit trigger. Your indoor cat finally decides to run around and play, rare for a sedentary indoor cat, and within minutes of finishing, you put down their food, or you feed them, then immediately engage them in intense play. Either way, you're about to see vomit. Cats need rest before and after eating because their digestive system requires focused blood flow to the stomach and intestines. During exercise, blood redirects to muscles and away from digestive organs. Eating during this period means food sits in an unprepared stomach, causing nausea, discomfort, and regurgitation. Veterinary research found that cats fed within 30 minutes before or after vigorous activity vomited 73% more frequently than cats given proper rest periods. But here's the indoor cat tragedy. They get so little exercise that when they do run around, owners are excited and want to reward them immediately with food or continue play. This well-intentioned response creates negative associations between activity and discomfort, making sedentary cats even less likely to exercise. Additionally, exercising on a full stomach can cause gastric dilatation or torsion in severe cases, a life-threatening condition. The fix: wait at least 30–45 minutes after feeding before any vigorous play or exercise. If your cat just finished playing, wait 20–30 minutes before offering food. This allows proper blood flow distribution and optimal digestion. According to composite veterinary research from 2024–2025, indoor cats subjected to 5 or more of these additional feeding mistakes showed 380% higher rate of chronic digestive disorders, 290% increased likelihood of food allergies developing, 67% more frequent vomiting episodes weekly, 54% higher anxiety and stress-related behaviors, average lifespan reduction of 3.4 years compared to properly fed indoor cats, $18,000 additional veterinary costs over lifetime for treating preventable conditions. The most dangerous combinations: 1. Cold food, plus leaving wet food out, plus not washing bowls. Bacterial infection. Nightmare 2. Inconsistent feeding times, plus excessive treats, plus human food. Metabolic disaster. 3. Deep bowls, plus feeding immediately after exercise, plus senior cat neglect, or chronic vomiting and malnutrition. If you've made even one of these mistakes before, don't worry. You're not alone. Hit that like button and tell me in the comments which one surprised you the most.